Welcome to another episode of Spooky Sundays. I'm Miza.
And I'm Nasrull.
And this is
The Blabber Station. Okay, so before we start today's episode, we would like to thank you for listening to Spooky Sundays, to the other Spooky Sundays episode. And to those of you who checked out Spooky Sundays Extra recently, that we've released, thank you so much. And to those of you who actually participated in the poll and gave us the stories, thank you to all of you also.
Yes, to our avid listeners.
Yes. So Spooky Sundays Extras will still be ongoing. It's just that me myself, I also need to find the time to record. Yes. So I know that recording the main 3 episodes is a bit hard because of our schedule. My personal schedule pun susah juga. So I think Spooky Sundays Extra also cannot be all the time lah.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so that's about it lah for the introduction kan. Okay, so without further ado, welcome to my world of sleep paralysis. So for those of you who don't know what sleep paralysis is, I'm sure all of you know lah, but just to fill up the time for this podcast. Okay, so we all know, we Malay people, right, know sleep paralysis apa lah. But if you all are ever interested to know the scientific explanation for sleep paralysis is this. So basically, sleep paralysis, scientifically speaking, right, is a temporary condition that actually occurs during the transition between your wakefulness and sleep. Those of you who got sleep paralysis, right, that's why when you feel like you're falling asleep, then sekali you nak bangun kan, then sekali you cannot move. So that is the transition between your wakefulness and sleeping. Actually, you are sleeping already. Your body shut down already. Just that your mind is haven't yet lah. That's what it meant by the transition between wakefulness and sleep.
Then for the Muslim definition, jin.
I'll get there lah.
Hantu.
Momosh. Okay, so basically it's the inability to move or speak, and it's most of the time accompanied with vivid hallucinations lah.
Yes.
So here's the thing. So here's the explanation for the vivid hallucination. So all of this, right, happen due to this thing called disrupted REM. So REM means rapid eye movement lah. It's basically sleep patterns. Okay, and this is where the body experiences macam muscle atonia. So okay, what is muscle atonia? So muscle atonia is basically macam a state of muscle paralysis occurs during your REM sleep lah. So basically it's to prevent yourself from acting out in dreams. So when you are in your dream, right? So those of you who sleepwalks, right? I believe it's because when you sleep, you don't have this muscle atonia punya stage or this phase. Okay, which is I think it's I don't know if it's a bad thing or not. I am not a doctor, so I don't know. Yeah, but I believe that muscle atonia is basically helps you to not move around lah while you sleep lah. Okay. And then so during this period of this REM sleep then your macam so basically all this, like during this REM sleep, you punya motor neurons, right, in your brain basically the one who gives potential actions kan tak work lah. Dia tak develop action potential. So that's why. So that's the whole explanation about sleep paralysis lah. Okay, but then however, okay, so the first part, the boring part dah habis. So now here comes here comes the fun part. Okay. However, we Malays all think that there's a jinn on my body. Okay. And that's why I'm not able to move. Okay, while some of those things are true, some of the claims are true, I mean, for me myself, I choose to look at it in a scientific way lah. Because sometimes I really never take care of my body clock. Yeah. So
you don't have enough sleep.
So sleep paralysis do occur lah. Okay.
But it's frequent, right, for you?
Yeah, it's frequent for me lah. When people say kau should go Rukia, I think I should just get more sleep lah. Okay, but then we cannot blame the mindset of our Malay community because, right, for the longest time in history, our folklore, right, often attributes to the presence of entities lah, such as demons lah, spirits lah, and all that.
Jeez.
And like what this folklore suggests is like these beings visit us, right, during our vulnerable state of paralysis, causing the fear and our anxiety lah.
Yeah. So
it's very convenient for us to relate it to the supernatural. Okay, so it's basically just that. Okay, so the first story for today's episode. Okay, so the title of this story is Cool Gila.
Yes.
I am Jean.
Wow. Cool gila apa?
Hype lah.
Oh, okay,
Walao.
cool.
Okay, so basically this story, right? This story happened on the 30th of June 2021. This is what I remember. Okay, so I remember that night I ended work very, very late, and then I came home after midnight lah. Okay, this is the time where Fali tengah actively serving NS. So during these weekdays, Fali tak ada kat rumah lah. Okay, so I will usually sleep with my brother on the floor lah, beside my bed. Okay, we have a bed which is a pull-out bed. We have it, but we don't use it.
A full functional bed.
Yeah, but then we don't use it because me and Fadli, we love to sleep on the floor lah.
And hug each other.
Okay, stop. Okay, so we both sleep on the floor. Not we both. So on that night, I sleep on the floor beside my bed, and I slept alone lah basically. Okay, so after I settled down, I lay on the floor with my pillows and all. So I was on my phone lah macam biasa, browsing social media and all. And then I remember I was actually texting Miza at that point of time lah. Somehow tengah berbual through text tu tertidur. Maybe because boring or what, I don't know lah.
Hey, babi.
Yeah. So I fell asleep. So when I fell asleep too, I wasn't even halfway texting lah. I remember it was like just after browsing social media, I opened Telegram. Then after I look at the text, and I tertidur, something like that. Okay. So after a while, then I realised that my little brother dah balik tau. Okay, came home. Cause I heard the door opening, and there were footsteps going on into the house lah, going into the house towards my room. Okay, and I remember I was feeling a little bit odd because I was wondering what is he doing home at now lah, like at that point of time, because isn't he supposed to be staying in, right? Then so basically I didn't even try to move lah. I didn't try to move or whatever. Then finally Fadli, or who I believe is supposed to be Fadli lah, appeared dekat in front of my room door tau. Okay, and then what's even more weird is that Fadli, when he stands at the doorway, he didn't even come in. Okay, he was just standing there. And then bila diri kat pintu that door frame, then I realised something else also. Like, since when did Fadli get so tall and big? You know, macam dia usually when Fali stands at the door frame, right, dia kepala usually is about like 3/4 of the door frame lah. But then ini macam like a bit more, dia kepala dah sampai dekat the door frame dinding tu. Yeah, and he didn't even tiptoe tau. So that was how big Fadli is, you know.
Shit.
Yeah, then I thought like, dia ni rimbat mass gainer apa sih. Then for a while I realised Fadli masih di situ tu. Like he didn't even come into the room, you know. He didn't even come in. So he was just standing there, tak tahu apa dia buat, just standing still. The weird part is dia tengah standing still. So then I tried to get up to ask him what's up lah. But then I couldn't get up because I was already in
sleep
paralysis. So all those while, right, I didn't realise that I was in sleep paralysis already until I felt the need to wake up and then to talk to Fadli. Then I realised, sialah, this is sleep paralysis actually.
Shit.
Yes. And then so my heart started racing because I was panicking pasal tak boleh gerak kan. Dan macam asal ni tak boleh gerak ni kan. So suddenly Fadli, only after I realised I was in that state of paralysis, Fadli baru nak masuk into the room tau. So can you imagine the amount of anxiety I have? Okay, so just for context, right? So when I sleep, I always flush my back to the bed so that there's no space to walk behind me lah. So as that Fadli walks into the room, he walked behind me, and then I thought, dude, there is no space here. And if it's Fadli, how can he even walk behind me?
Yeah,
you know,
shit.
Because takkan dia masuk katil siul.
Rabak lah dia.
Rabak kan? But then I didn't really think about it lah. Then the best part is when he walked behind me. And then he placed his small sling bag on the bed, and then he bent down and looked at my face and looked at my face closely.
Shit. Do you remember how his face looked like? I mean, like his expression?
I didn't remember because it was just black lah actually. But I remember macam that thing macam bend down and try to look at me. You know, because Fadli sometimes do that. Okay. Like macam suka kacau I tidur. Macam nanti I sleep, right, then he just come into the room and just go to my face and tengok dekat-dekat macam. And then he'll be like, "Oi, Bayu." You know, things like that lah. You know, so that thing was bending down, looking at me, and the best part of it all, lama duk dia tengok. Yeah, and I just close my eyes lah, and then just macam duk macam lama sangat lah ni. Then Then when I realised dah lama sangat kan, and then after he walked out of the room. He just like stand straight up back, and then he walk out of the room, and finally baru boleh bangun. When after he left the room, baru I boleh bangun. So when I woke up, I wanted to text Miza what happened lah, because since like myself, I experienced sleep paralysis for numerous time already, and I know that sleep paralysis actually when kita rasa lama, tapi it's actually only like 5 minutes punya lapse je. You know, like time is not relative at all lah. Okay. So I woke up straight away. I reach out for my phone. I want to text Miza, like what happened before Miza goes to sleep tau.
Kau dah tinggalkan aku tidur dulu.
But then the weird part is that when I took my phone, the Telegram chat with Miza was still on, and there was 3 words being typed out, and I don't remember typing it out. And those are letter I, and then space letter M, and then space JINN. I am Jin. Yes. Yalah. Yes. Okay, those 3 words tau, I didn't get the chance to screenshot because I was too scared, so I deleted the whole thing and I off Telegram lah. Okay, then after that, when I realised that text already, I immediately woke up and turned on my room light lah, and then I tried to relax for a little. You know, then after I went out, then after I on the light and all, I relaxed already. Then I went out of my room lah, because I was thinking, Cecek memang Fali balik betul-betul you know. But then I look at the bed, tak ada bag dia. So I went out of my room and I wanted, because I wanted to go see if it was Fadli, and he was not at home.
Shit.
Nor was he in the kitchen, in the toilet. He wasn't even there. So after all that, I lie down again and I just on some music on my phone lah. Then I just try to sleep lah. Okay, but the light was still on lah. Okay, this time I sleep with my light on lah. Okay, that was very, very, very scary for me lah. That was one of the encounters yang rabak gila, because terkeluar word I am Jin tu on my phone lah.
Dah pandai pakai phone lah diorang upgrade
tu lah masalah dia. So lah, so that's the first story of my sleep paralysis. So moving on to my second story.
Wow.
So this story, the title of this story is Good Evening Nap. Simple je. Good Evening Nap di peluk Jin. Okay. So this story happened bila one of the days I come back macam daripada kerja. Then after that, I just want to have like a evening nap lah in my mom's room. I just on the aircon, and then I try to sleep lah. So this is the thing, you know, macam some people say tidur time asar tak bagus lah, you know, and all that. And at that point of time pun, it kind of proves the point, because I tried to sleep when it was asar waktu lah. Okay, so this one I am aware that I'm having sleep paralysis lah. So when I really settle down on the bed and after that I want to sleep, right? So I slept already. Then suddenly I heard footsteps walking into the room, and then I smell a fragrance which only my mom would have. Tahu. So at that point of time, I just didn't think of it. I just didn't think of anything, because that perfume is my mom's perfume. Okay. So she went into the room. So the layout is, when I baring on the katil, right, I am facing the door. So the door boleh nampak my living room. Okay. So when she come in, she walked in. I see that person walking in. My mom walk, cara my mom walk pun sama, macam penguin gitu. So she just walk in, place her bag on the bed, and then she straight away go into the toilet. Okay. Then I heard the shower head turning on, all the taps semua turning on. So macam you cannot tell me that that's not my mom, what? Yeah. Because it's happening, right? Yeah. And then after that, dah habis semua, pintu toilet terbuka, and I'm still sleeping though. And then I feel something sitting on the bed, macam nak baring lah gitu. Okay. So I'm macam wondering, mak aku ni balik kerja terus nak baring tak pernah saya gini. Okay lah, try tanya lah macam how's her day and all. So I wanted to bangun, tak boleh bangun.
Another cycle.
So sleep paralysis. Oh shit. Then I know, okay,
that's not your mom.
Okay, this is not my mom. Definitely not my mom. Okay, come. Give me what you have. What you have. Okay. So I decided not to panic. So this is one of the sleep paralysis that I'm proud of myself for. I didn't panic. Instead, I just tried to sleep it off, you know. But then it didn't help me when I feel that thing behind me macam tengah getting closer and getting closer. Because of the movement tau. Okay. And then I was wondering, dia nak baring gini, bag dia letak tu dia tak nak remove ke? So okay lah. So definitely confirm plus chop, there there wasn't a bag in the first place.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was just mind tricks, your vivid hallucinations lah.
Okay.
So I feel the movement of the bed getting closer to me. You know how it feels like, right? Macam the bouncy bed, right?
Yeah.
So it feels like that tau. Then sekali my mom hug me lah from the back. Then I was like, mak aku tak pernah peluk aku lah, Syul tidur. Weird lah Syah ni, ini ibu ke bukan Syah? Then the best part of it all, right, dia dah peluk tu, it was very cool. And then bila dia peluk pakai kaki on my leg, macam tajam-tajam sih.
Isyalah.
Yeah, it was actually quite tajam-tajam lah. And the best part of it all is that when that is happening, I am still not able to wake up.
Tajam like, you know, like branches, is it? Like,
macam entah macam bukan branches lah, just macam tajam lah.
Ayo, what's that?
Macam dawai-dawai. Dawai-dawai duri-duri
Yeah.
Like macam tajam lah. Like hug me from the back tau. And then I tried to wake up, I tak boleh wake up tau. And then you know lah, so here comes the part where I start to baca my ayat kursi and all, right? So you know, like during ayat kursi, okay, wait, I need to
open the
I need to open the ayat kursi. Okay, because right, so this is what's scary tau. Okay, so here's what's scary tau. You know, at the point where you baca the yashfa'u indahu illa biiznihi kan. Lepas tu the ya'lamu ma baina aydahum. Then after that wasi'a kursiyuhu samawati wal ard kan. Then after that is wala yu'uduhu kan. Wala ya'uduhu kan. Then that part when I want to read when I want to read that part, right, then I heard this wala ya'uduhu.
Isyolah, I'm getting goosebumps tau.
Then macam duk. And then the wala ya'uduhu keep repeating until I forget what's the next line. I forget what's hifz. I forget the next one, which is the hifzuhuma. You know, wa huwa al-azim, right? And I forgot that line. Dia macam keep on wala ya'udu gitu.
Syolah.
And it was ringing tau. And then like I just keep quiet, anxiety already. Then somehow lah, I managed to wake up lah, because when I sleep kan, I can actually move my neck. So I kind of pinch the nerve on my neck with my body movements. And then when it gets too painful, I will wake up one. So then immediately I wake up. Then I wake up, I look at the bed, nothing, nobody, nothing. And my mom pun belum balik. And then when I look at the time, it was like around 6:30 PM. Yeah, so it was that crazy. I immediately wake up. I didn't even sleep back. I just on the lights, I on the radio, hoping apa azan ke apa ada at 6:30, tak tahu apa keluar lah. And I just sit down in my room and just think of what happened, you know.
Violence, yeah.
So that was violent though. And so much for me being proud yang
baca ayat kursi
I want to relax lah. Tak boleh lah Syah. The moment that thing Syah. So here begs the question lah. So do I still believe that sleep paralysis is due to a scientific reason, or is it memang betul ada gangguan? Whatever I've listened to, I'm quite an avid listener for Kisah Rukia, you know. And they've talked about sleep paralysis before, and they also say that some of the signs yang kita kena gangguan is when kita have frequent sleep paralysis lah. Okay, but then I still try to convince myself that actually, you know what, it's actually not that. It's just that memang betul my body clock is through. So that's why I needed, and I was desperately needing that evening nap, you know. Yeah. So ever since then, I really try to jaga my body clock lah. And Alhamdulillah, recently macam tak ada banyak sangat sleep paralysis.
Good lah.
Yeah, tak ada banyak lah. So I managed to fix my body clock lah. So yeah lah, I mean that's that lah for my story lah. 2 stories for sleep paralysis.
Crazy, yeah.
2 stories for sleep paralysis. I wish that everyone does. I wish anyone wouldn't like, tak payah nak go through all that lah. Macam very unnecessary experience lah.
I think the first story was still okay, cause the thing just look at you and it's in the form of Fadli. But it's the second one that is scary because you don't know how it looks like. I mean, you only know it looks like ibu.
Yes.
But dekat belakang tu siapa tu?
Yeah.
And then distract semua.
And then dah start peluk semua. And then I rasa macam berduri and all. So it was actually quite creepy lah.
Very
very creepy. Yeah, damn. I mean, I have a lot of other sleep paralysis stories, but these 2 stories
stand out lah.
Yang my heart, the highlights lah. And it's like worth sharing and deserves the attention lah.
Yes, it is. Crazy yes, yang dia baca juga tu.
Oh my god. Okay. Alright, so we've come to the end of this episode. But before we end off, Spooky Sundays Extras will be airing next 2 Sundays.
Okay.
This coming story is going to be a very good one. It's basically an experience in a hotel room.
Oh.
Okay, which involves possession.
Oh.
Climbing up of walls, baby.
Gila babi.
It's crazy. Okay, climbing up of walls, guys. Okay, please remember
Exorcist
that
version.
Exorcist version. I mean, I really wish that this story is fake, and I really wish that this story is made up. But the person who sent me this story is a very close friend of mine, and I know that his stories are really genuine. And he's sincere, and he allow us to share the story. So please stay tuned for this upcoming Spooky Sundays Extra. And okay, I think there's nothing else really. So
don't forget to follow us on Instagram.
Yes.
At Blabber Station, and follow us on Spotify and YouTube, same name as well, at Blabber Station.
Okay, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for participating in the poll, and thank you so much for everybody who give us your story to share. Thank you for allowing us to create content.
Yes.
We can only create content because you allow us to. Okay.
Yes. Thank you so much, guys.
Okay. So signing off, I'm Nasrull.
And I'm Miza.
And this is
the Blabber Station. Bye, guys.
Bye.